Continuing with the Firepower, this was the very first kind of modern multi-ball pinball machine. And the multi-balls have a long history in electromechanical pinball, but in terms of solid-state games, here it is. And the Firepower you have here looks pretty nice. It's got very little playfield wear, very kind of iconic, large, almost Death Star-like background to the flight. Next to it is Firepower 2. Don't see that as often. You can see it has similar layout, but it has some features that were kind of adapted from other Williams games of the era. And here's True Rarity, Williams Defender. This was at a challenging time for pinball, and Williams attempted to make a pinball machine that was going to capture some of the spirit of the Defender video game, and I think they actually did a pretty good job of it. It has a pretty intensive layout with a lot going on, and was quite an amazing pinball machine that very, very few people have ever gotten to play. It's very exciting to see one in this nice condition up and running here for this auction. Hyperball, an alternate approach to pinball along with rapid fire. This game allows you to shoot literally hundreds of balls from the two controls here into the playfield, and it's nice to see it operating Hyperball. World Cup, back to the earliest part of Williams' solid-state history. This game does a pretty good job, I think, with capturing the artwork of soccer, and a pretty simple but effective playfield outlet that has the double side launches that you saw in the earlier history of the Williams EMs that we did from the Space Mission games. Space Station, sorry, got that wrong. Oh, somebody will correct me on that. Black Knight, multi-level pinball machine, made history for a lot of different reasons. You had the ability to get to the upper level, and the voice call-outs, of course, are iconic in this game, as it kind of taunts you into what it wants you to do. Gorgar, very kind of dark-themed pinball machine, where you are going up against the devil, and you do that in part by shooting the pit, and it's nice because you can actually defeat Gorgar, and he gets kind of sad when you do that. Quite dramatic theme on the game. Williams Stellar Wars. They could not at the time license anything like Star Wars, so instead they made Stellar Wars. This is another one of the wide-body games following Contact that you saw a little bit earlier. Nice playfield on this Stellar Wars. Good playing game with 3 target banks and the captive ball. Play flows nicely with that, and the spinner up to the top of the playfield, and it's reflective of its designer for sure. This is Laser Ball, really a pool-themed pinball machine, but it is got a kind of a bowling-themed set of rollovers in the center of the playfield, which was kind of a striking thing, and very signature sound that went with it. Time Warp. Kind of taking you through different eras of pinball, or not pinball history, but of actual history. And some of that is reflected, of course, in the detail of the art. And this game is also known for its iconic banana flippers, which are factory original, as far as I know. And finally, in this series of games, Williams Solar Fire. Following on the success of Black Knight, there were other multi-level games. Many people think this was the best of them, and Solar Fire has kind of a little bit of a different layout in the upper playfield and a little more going on in the lower playfield, so in a lot of ways I think it achieved some success because of the fact they had the ability to learn from what they had done in the first place with the earlier games. And so that is the lineup of this set of games, and we will continue on with the show.